Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back for another video. In today's video, let's land with a price target on Arbitrum. And I do want to tell you before we dive into this that there were several things that I looked at with Arbitrum that absolutely blew me away. This is full conviction, the most undervalued cryptocurrency in the top 40 or 50. And I'm going to make a case for that. And I think it's going to be a convincing case. But before we dive in, I do want to emphasize this is not financial advice. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research. I am not a financial advisor. And while so many of you who watch my videos, I greatly appreciate it, so many of you are not subscribed, you've got to hit the subscribe button because I'm working on a series right now. Every day at 6 a.m. Eastern time, there will be a new video published, and I'm working on a lot of other things in the crypto space. And this is a heavily evolving crypto space, and you've got to stay up to date. So why not hit the all notifications button before ending this video? But let's go ahead and dive on into this. So again, full conviction. Arbitrum is the most undervalued cryptocurrency that I have reviewed so far, and in my opinion, in the top 40 or 50 cryptos. And here's a comparison that's going to age me a little bit, but if you've ever heard of the comedian Brian Regan, he talks about the cranberry salesman. So who's the cranberry salesman? He's the guy who it's like he's gotten cranberry in all the other drinks. This was a big deal back in the early 2000s. It's like, hey, grape juice, cran grape, apple juice, cran apple. It's like, hold on, you've got your salesman of the year trophy, cran chops or pork chops, cran chops. That was the joke in the Brian Regan sketch that I totally butchered, but it's okay. I am seeing Arbitrum everywhere. And it's like, I research one project, Arbitrum. I research another one, Arbitrum. A project reaches out to me and I do research on it. Do I want to be a partner with you? Arbitrum's there. And notably, Pendle reached out to me. They want a partner, and I'm working on that. We're negotiating content, all of that. I'm very excited about it. But who's the big deal with Pendle? It's Arbitrum. So they are in everything. And some other things here, some non-subjective things, because that's kind of subjective. But TVL, total value locked, on Arbitrum is much higher than I would have thought. I'm going to show you a chart next slide. And then volume is insanely high, and it's higher. All of these things are higher than where Arbitrum is in its market cap. So first thing here, total value locked. You can see this chart here, and this is a chart of all of the value that is locked on different platforms in crypto. Obviously, you would have Ethereum number one at 55 or so percent. And then Tron, I was surprised by that, but Tron is number two at 15.53%. Binance Smart Chain, not surprising at all, 6.63%. And then Arbitrum, 4.53%. This is for a cryptocurrency that launched in 2023, and it's ahead of Solana, it's ahead of Avalanche, it's ahead of Optimism and Polygon. I mean, Avalanche and Solana, those are cryptocurrencies. Avalanche peaked at a $28 billion market cap last time. Solana peaked at an $80 billion market cap. And here you have Arbitrum at a $2.2 billion market cap ahead of those with TVL. And then the big comparison that you get with Arbitrum is Optimism. Well, Arbitrum has 3 times as much TVL as Optimism. That seems to matter to me, okay? And then think about it like this. Market cap comparisons to top TVL cryptos as of January 9th, 2024. You can see market cap to total value locked. Ethereum 9.35, Tron 1.08, BSC 13.02, Arbitrum 0.89 in comparison to the amount of money that is locked into Arbitrum right now and their market cap. Solana and Avalanche way higher, but then you might make a case, and I think this is a valid case. Well, you have layer ones and layer twos mixed in here, but look at Optimism and look at Polygon, look at their market caps in comparison to total value locked, and Arbitrum blows them away. I mean, if you had the same amount of market cap in comparison to total value locked for Arbitrum as you did for Optimism, then what you would have is an Arbitrum price that's 4 times as high as what it is right now. That kind of thing matters. But again, that's not the only thing. Look at the volume for Arbitrum, especially lately. You're seeing almost $8 billion of volume last week. So this is a weekly, these bars are weekly bars. Last week, the week before I'm making this video, $8 billion of volume. We're at 1.19 billion already early on in the week. And it seems like we're growing and growing and growing when it comes to the volume on Arbitrum. And this seems to be lagging behind the price action. So think about that. Volume, coinmarketcap.com, look at it, 883 million over the last 24 hours. It is ranked number 11 in terms of volume, and volume has declined over the last 24 hours. But then you have market cap ranked number 42. This is an undervalued cryptocurrency. Now, a few things that I couldn't find much information on. If you see the circulating supply, 1.275 billion ARB, and then total supply, 10 billion ARB. I wasn't able to figure things out. Messari.io doesn't have information about that. I'm hesitant to say that I'm not worried about this because you can see the price chart here and then you can see the market cap. It doesn't look like there's much going on with vesting right now, which would make me think that vesting releases would come eventually over time, but not yet. So I hope that was convincing. We're talking about TVL, we're talking about volume. This thing, in my opinion, should jump much higher, but it's already at a $2 billion market cap, so you've got to keep that in mind. So making a price prediction for Arbitrum is a little bit more difficult because we don't have a 2021 bull run to serve as some kind of an anchor. So we need to think outside the box a little bit. We can't really base this project too much on price history, and then we must factor in a couple of things. ARB is already at $2.2 billion. And then secondly, ARB is undervalued. And so I think in comparison to a lot of its peers in market cap, it is going to outperform a lot of them. And especially, I would assume it's going to outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum, which I have from today's prices being a little bit over a 3x. And then some of those bigger ones like XRP is more like a 5x. Binance is more like a 5 or 6x, things like that. I do believe that it's going to outperform those cryptocurrencies in its market cap and its price. And so I'm not looking here at a $12 to $14 billion market cap. And okay, here's a good anchor, Polygon. Polygon peaked at a $20 billion market cap in 2021. Will Arbitrum exceed Polygon or not? I believe yes, for a couple of reasons. Number one, just the whole crypto space is bigger now than it was in 2020 and 2021. Number two, Polygon at this point in 2020 had a much smaller market cap than Arbitrum has right now. And so looking at this, I think this is a bit of a conservative estimate, but here's where I land. $30 billion market cap, 1.275 billion ARB in circulation, hoping that that doesn't increase. You've got to do your research on that, especially the further on we get into the bull run if you're watching this video much later. But this is where I land with Arbitrum under normal bull run circumstances. And again, by normal bull run, you've got to understand where I'm coming from. Watch my Bitcoin video. It is the featured video on my profile on YouTube here. But this is the price where I land, $23.53. If you see somebody who's giving a much higher price prediction than that, usually what I say is like, you know, I'm very confident that my price predictions are reasonable and balanced, featuring supply dynamics, which a lot of people don't take into consideration. But this is one where I would be much more open to other people saying, no, this is going to go much higher. Or for sure, people saying this is not going to go as high. So take that all how you will. The big thing that I want to tell you is if you're looking for a top 40 or 50 cryptocurrency, Arbitrum, in my opinion, is a fantastic buy in comparison to all the other ones. And I think, you know, they'll all do well. But Arbitrum is so undervalued right now. So I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section of this video. Where do you think Arbitrum is going? Do you think this is a reasonable price target, or it's insane, insanely high, insanely low? Let me know in the comment section and hit that subscribe button, and I will most certainly be seeing you in another video. Peace.